Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show in snowboarding. This week's Top 5, we're going to look at the top 5 things you need to know when you're buying snowboard equipment. Why? Because evidently, people need to know this shit. And I'm here to educate you because we're trying to make you all better snowboarders. Not people that snowboard or better at snowboarding, just better snowboarders. So let's dive right into it. Number 5. The best products for you are the ones that currently fit your needs. Not something you're going to grow into, but something you can progress with. There's a big distinction between those two. Progression means you're slowly learning it. Growing into is like, oh, it's fucking top of the line. You're going to do it. Yeah, your first car could be a fucking Ferrari. Doesn't mean you're going to know how to handle or drive it. No, you're probably better off with that fucking Toyota Corolla. Same fucking concept here, people. It's not that hard. You need to know that the best products for you right now are something you're going to progress with. The best products out there for the future you don't exist yet. You haven't gotten to that level. You're not going to just suddenly magically be someone that just suddenly jumps all the basics and goes right to the top of the line. You gotta learn. You're going to have to progress. So understand that the best products for you are the ones currently that fit your needs, which means know your ability level. Don't lie about it. Just fucking embrace it. I know where my level ability is. I'm fine with it. I can ride just about anything out there, but I know what works for me better. Why? I have the experience for it, and I don't bullshit myself. The same can be said for you. Number 4, educate yourself. Learn what you're getting into. Understand what some of the basic terms and technology are out there. Spend a little time doing some research. Don't be a sucker. And with that said, understand that when you read these positive reviews for boards that are above your ability level, just because it's a good review doesn't mean you need to buy it. I get this all the time. Well, it's got a great review and it's my first board. You're not at that level to ride that thing how it should. It's not a beginner board. And with that said, there are a lot of reviews out there that everything's the fucking best. Watch yourself with that. Question the person doing the review. If you can comment and interact with them and kind of gauge what's going on, do it. It's really telling when you see someone that does online product reviews and they don't answer questions or they turn off comments. It's a good ride. Just saying, don't trust it, Or if it's something like curated.com where they're trying to be your personal shopper and they're trying to push a product on you, those guys are fucking idiots. I'm just gonna say it. They're just fucking idiots. Be sure to interact with the person that's doing the review so maybe you can gauge if it does actually fit your needs and will work with your progression. That's why I leave all the comments on, good, bad, or indifferent. Number 3, used should be an option, but not the only option. And I say that because there are used products out on the market, Craigslist, or whatever app you're using. I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to this shit. But used should be an option. But also understand that you don't know how to ride, so you don't know how the product should actually be riding when you get it. So if it's fucked up, you bought a fucked up board. On top of the fact, I see people that are like, well, I bought this for 20 bucks. Yeah, it's a 25-year-old snowboard with 18 millimeters of camber. Sure, you're going to be able to learn on it. It's going to have a steep, aggressive learning curve. It's probably not what I'd recommend. It was also only built for 2 years and it's some weird off-brand. The bindings are probably dried thermoplastics that are going to crack on you, and you bought used boots. Don't ever buy fucking used boots. That's just a no. No, that's just a bonus number 3 here. Don't buy used boots. Ever. Best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. But used gear, it should be an option, but do your research. As I've previously said, educate yourself. Learn the ins and outs of the product, If it's like a year or 2 old, someone bought it, it was their first board to learn on, they went 10, 15 times, sure, fine. If it's something that you've never heard of, you can't find it in a Google search, no, you don't fucking want it. It's probably ancient as fuck. And stop buying those piece of shit like 20-year-old Smirnoff, Labatt Blue, whatever boards that are cap constructed and built by Monson and just turd boards. You need to stop that, people. I'm really worried about some of you out there. Number 2, buying online versus buying in a brick and mortar. There's pros and cons to each of them. I mean, I'm online right now. I'm not even wearing pants. That's just a pro for me. But I'm also online, which means I get harassed and deal with a lot of stupid ass questions, which is why I'm making this top 5. With that said, there are a lot of great shop guys out there that really know their shit. They live the lifestyle, they live the sport, they live the activity, they live everything about it. They know the gear inside and out. There's also a lot of shop guys that are fucking idiots. You're gonna have to determine, if you go to a physical shop, if you want to trust that person. And one of the best ways to determine that is just walk in and ask them, what's the best boot for me right now? And if they don't say the best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs, well then, they're probably a fucking idiot, or they're just trying to sell you a product. You know, it's kind of like buying a used car. Used car salesmen are kind of sleazy, let's just be honest. So you want to build a rapport with them. You want to make sure that you trust them. You want to do your research, ask the right questions. Now with online, you lose that. So you get all these weird user reviews on websites and it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is it. Sometimes they have that little ask an expert thing. Same thing. Ask them questions, grill them, really test them, and if that's not working out, you can always just shoot me an email, info@angrysnowboarder, and I'll try to answer it, or leave a comment down below in any of the review videos or this video, and I'll try to answer it. Make sure when you're shopping either online or in brick and mortar that you trust the person that's helping you. I mean, you're a never ever, or maybe you've rented a few times, you know, your concept and your reality of things is a little different. You might get taken. I've seen people get taken. I see comments all the time of people getting taken. Don't get taken. Just don't. Liam Neeson is not going to save you. Honorable mentions. Don't fear protective gear. Helmets are cool. They save your brain matter. They lessen concussions. It's fine. It's good. Wrist guards, kind of a gray area. Sometimes they move the break point up a little bit on the arm. But hey, maybe you need it. Crash pads, maybe you got bad hips and shit. Knee pads, I don't really know people that fall too much on their knees after the first day. So, you know, but don't fear protective gear if you really need it, you know. Just make sure it doesn't impede your mobility. You want to be able to move around, get your arms out where you need to, bend your knees, your hips, stuff like that. You don't want anything hindering you because you haven't developed that muscle memory yet. The only thing I can really say about protective gear is no fucking full face. I'm looking at you because one of you dumb motherfuckers is going to buy a Ruroc, and that is the worst fucking thing possible. You should be cock-slapped with a turtle's dong. That's just it. Like, no. You don't want a fucking full face mask. The other honorable mention, don't skimp and buy this no-name bullshit on Amazon. I know there's people out there pushing shitty-ass goggles at you, and you're like, oh, well, they're the fucking best. They're 25 bucks. They're just like my Oakleys. They're not like your Oakleys. They're cheap shit construction. They're fly-by-night companies. Like, don't skimp on your base layers. Don't skimp on your gloves. Don't skimp on your socks. Don't skimp on your goggles. And especially don't skimp on a helmet. I mean, that should go without saying. But seriously, don't skimp and buy these bullshit products that are fucking fly-by-night, low-quality, cheap crap, open-molded garbage. And the number one thing to know when buying your first set of snowboard gear, don't skimp on your boots. If you haven't caught that yet with what we've been saying in this video, your boots are the most important piece of equipment you will own. Happy feet. Happy day on the hill. Make sure the boot fits you. Make sure it fits your needs. The best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. Get your boots fixed. If you have to spend a little bit more on a boot that fits better than like a lower end or an intermediate boot, do it. It's the best investment you can make. And seriously, like if your boot doesn't fit, you're gonna have issues. So spend the time, spend the money, educate yourself on boot fitting. Get those from a store. Don't buy them online unless you absolutely have to and you know your actual size. And I'm not talking your shoe size, I'm talking your boot size. Like, I'm an 11 in a shoe. I fit into a 10 snowboard boot. I could probably squeeze a 9.5 if I really wanted to hate myself. I don't hate myself that much these days. Used to. Different story. You're not my psychologist. Stop judging me. This has been my top 5 list of things beginners should know when buying their first set of snowboard gear. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did I forget one? Leave me a comment down below. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications, that way you're not going to miss any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us and you just want to see us grow out what we're doing over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.